Hello, if you're interested in learning more about the event that we're hosting in Tarifa for around 150 digital nomads, then I would just like you to stick around for the next few minutes as I will explain to you everything that you need to know in order to attend the event, to get ready, to prepare, what is going to happen after, how the program looks. So I will go over all these things in the next few minutes. And yeah, it would be great if you stick around and learn about one of the most amazing places on the most southern tip of Spain called Tarifa. And then, yeah, why we're going there, what we're doing there. So I will just really dive right into this here right now. And just in case you don't know it, we're Nomadbase. This is the fifth time we're organizing a live event. The previous event happened during Cyprus, Mexico, in Croatia and South Africa, and we had over 1,000 participants who were joining from all over the world. And if we're not organizing Nomadbase events, we are running the Nomad Cruise, which is also quite a famous institution. But now this event that we are hosting in Tarifa will be a little bit different from everything that we did before, because the Nomadbase events were usually just around 1 week. And now this one is going to be 3 weeks, and we will only have a maximum of 150 participants. So we want to keep it a little bit smaller and a little bit longer, and then stretch out the activities and everything that is happening there, just to make it a little bit easier for people to connect. And yeah, this is kind of a experiment, and also this makes it possible for us, if this trial run works out, to do this in more places around the world, because for 150 people, it's usually quite easy to find still the right venues. But when you're talking about larger event sizes, it's much more tricky to run this. So this is a new concept. It is very, very similar in many ways. I will dive into this now. And what is a little bit different from other workation events is that there's no accommodation included. So you need to book your own accommodation, but I will explain this also. But in total, what you can see with this event that we're organizing is that we have a lot more program, we have more participants, and it is also actually much more affordable than most other workation programs that you see around, right? So we're meeting in this place with a lot of people. It's great networking. It's all a little bit different. I think it's a bit more exciting. And yeah, it would be great if you are joining for this first trial run. And our goal is really to make you feel at home around the world when we are running these events. And it will make it so easy for you to actually just connect with everyone from the first minute. Maybe you know this when you're going and traveling the world, you're going to Buenos Aires, but it first takes quite a while until you actually really connect to the community there. And here, the great thing is you have a community of up to 150 people who will be joining you from the first day when you arrive. And also in Tarifa, we are very, very well connected to the local community, who is really supporting us to run this event. We're working with yoga studios, we're working with co-living spaces. Marina is the founder of a co-working space that I know her since over 8 years. She was with our webinar when we were doing a little bit longer session. And yeah, she's doing an amazing job right now to help us plan this event and really give us this feeling of feeling at home around the world. And yeah, what else is so good about these workation or what we're doing? Like, it's an amazing chance to grow your network and your business. So if you don't have just a remote job, but you have your own job, yeah, this is a great way to really make connections or learn from others in these 3 weeks, because you're not just going to be with like 5 or 6 people. You really have a great community around. You can meet other people who are doing online marketing, Amazon, or whatever they're doing online. So this is really a great way to come to this event and to connect with a global community of digital nomads. And of course, we're not just going anywhere. We're going to one of Europe's finest surf towns. That's how I would like to phrase this. Tarifa is a really, really special place, and I will explain this in a little bit more details now. And also, it's in April, right? So this is usually the time when a lot of the digital nomads are coming back to Europe, and a great way for you to kick off your nomad season. I will also share some tips, reunion tips of what you can do after this event. And first, let me explain a little bit about Tarifa. It's actually the first place where I settled, like shortly settled after my digital nomad life, but I've probably spent over 1 year in total in Tarifa, and it's a really, really beautiful city that is actually not Tenerife, right? So a lot of people mistake Tarifa and Tenerife. Tenerife, it's on the Canary Islands, it's beautiful too, but Tarifa is on the most southern point of Europe, and it is known to be a water sport paradise. This is actually what made it famous. It was just a little fishing village, and then the windsurfers discovered it, I don't know, about maybe 30, 40 years ago, and they came there and they made the place very lively. And now when you go there in the summertime, it's just full of kites, full of windsurfing in that period. But it's also it's not just a water sport paradise, because it also attracted a lot of people from the Spanish towns like Seville, Malaga, who are coming there on the weekend, who really bring this town alive. So there's a lot of parties, a lot of things happening also on the weekend when people are coming there. And actually on this photo, you can see Marina, who's helping us to organize the event, but she's also a DJ, a local DJ, so she can also help us to organize some amazing parties too. And just if you don't know, so what you can do as well from Tarifa is you can actually see Africa, because it's just on the other side and you can go there in 45 minutes. This is Morocco. So if you need to tick off one more continent, that's also a great way to do it. Tarifa is also an amazing place for everyone who's living the van life. And really a nature paradise. So there's a lot of campsites around, and if you want to join our event and you're coming with your van, this is really perfect. I know from some of the people who already booked, they are coming by van, so you won't be alone. You can join the event, but you can also connect with other people who are digital nomads working remotely, and on some of the most amazing campsites which are right on the beach. Okay, so, and also Tarifa is actually Europe's first workation town. So this is where I came up with the word workation at that time, over 8 years ago. Now it's quite well known, but we organized really the first workation ever in Tarifa in 2015. And I'm just going to show you a little video that we recorded actually 8 years ago, but even now today, it's more relevant than ever before. And this is just a little bit of a vibe. You can get a little bit of the vibe of Tarifa and like really experience, get to know a bit the place. So I'm just going to add this here, this video, and enjoy. It's just 2 minutes. The only thing that defines digital nomads is that there is some kind of intention to live and work wherever we want.
I actually made money out of this mastermind session just by learning how to do affiliate links.
I was always alone, so I went to hostels and stuff, and I met a lot of backpackers, which was nice, but it's not the world you want to be in if you also want to be productive.
It's not your job which decides where you live. Traveling is one way to use that freedom, but I think it's not the only way.
I can feel that they're happier. I can feel that they're more relaxed and they're doing more of what they want and the way they want it. So I think it's a new way of living that's gonna be contagious.
I've been really able to really focus on work here and get a lot of really good writing done. I think Tarifa could potentially really turn into a big hotspot here in Europe.
Spinning your ideas on the same level with like-minded entrepreneurs, I'm totally sure it brings your own business to the next level.
Sientes que no tienes ganas de luchar. Suelta el miedo de tu mano, aceptando las heridas en este mundo raro sin.
Yeah, so this is a little video, a little introduction to Tarifa that we recorded actually 8 years ago. And the funny thing is, like, after this vacation, I started the Nomad Cruise. Marcus and Feli, they became really famous with organizing the first digital nomad conference. And like all these things really happened because we were meeting together and we were collaborating. So maybe now it's your chance, right, to build something that you can do where you make some great, amazing connections that you can do for the future. I know on Nomad Cruise, people have made connections that ended up into $10 million projects. So really, really, everything is possible. And I'm going to now go and explain you a little bit more about the event that we are hosting and how the program will look like. Okay, so basically we're going to have mastermind sessions, so you can really connect with a smaller community. Everything is really voluntarily, so if you don't want to be part of it, or you just actually have your remote job already and you don't need this, that's absolutely fine. We're going to do workshops, not just about business, personal development, really many different things, or just like living a more healthy, fit lifestyle. So these are also things that we are organizing in the evenings and on the weekends. And of course, we have good access to the local nightlife, and we will also have our own private parties organizing. And yoga and fitness, something to start the days. This will also be part of it. And of course, you can really go co-working. And actually, in this way, I would really recommend for you that you actually go co-working and that you really work together on your business, right? A lot of us are solopreneurs, so we actually need some support from other people. And this is something that has always been very hard on the other events that we organized in the one week long events, that there was not so much time to like really connect and co-work. And this is an event that is made for this, right? So you can work on your business ideas. We're going to have 30-second pitches in the beginning of the event, so you really know who's around. And then, team up and get together with other people who are doing ads, or maybe you can get some help. Maybe you can swap some work. So really, really a great business potential for you. Okay, so we'll do a few activities as well. You can go to Morocco. So these are paid, that you need to pay a little bit extra for the ferry if you want to go there. And there's also the chance to do some whale watching in Tarifa, which is actually known and famous for that too. And hiking, lots of great hikes around. So you can do this really, really anytime. And then as well, if you want, you can actually learn Spanish. I think Spanish is like the most important language that every digital nomad needs to learn. And we are having a collaboration with a Spanish school for really affordable rates. You can learn Spanish and team up together and do some basic courses there in Spain as well. You could even learn kite surfing. Tarifa is a place for that as well. It's a little bit more, like, not the easiest place to learn it, but you can do this there as well. And windsurfing. Again, Tarifa is a wind and water sports town, but that really doesn't matter if you're not into these sports. There's no problem. You can play paddle every afternoon. You can do so many other things there. Like, you will not be bored, especially not when you're coming there with our community. Just a little bit of travel planning, because some people also ask me like, oh, can we come for a shorter time to the event? Of course, that's possible. But what I would really recommend is, if you can't come so much, come at least for 2 weeks, and then come in the beginning of the event. And on the last week, that's fine. But like, it's really good for us to really start this event together and not just come, at any moment when you want to join. So that is a little bit of a side tip. And the best way to get to Tarifa is actually to fly to Malaga. There are flights to Seville as well, but Malaga is usually the best airport that you can take. And then from there, you can either take a bus or you can take a rental car. So the bus takes about 3 hours to get there. And actually, this is also one reason why Tarifa is not so really popular with the whole package tourism, right? Because it's actually quite far from an airport. So you need to travel 2 to 3 hours. And that really creates this amazing vibe, right? You don't really see like hotel chains or McDonald's or whatever in Tarifa. It's a really, really cool town with a cool vibe. And you will absolutely love this. So you fly to Malaga. You can also fly to Seville or Jerez de la Frontera. but usually Malaga are the best flights. And I did something for you. I was just researching a little bit of flights so that you know, if you book now, if you get on board now, actually you can find flights for just 19 euros from Barcelona, 25 from London, Budapest, Berlin, like Amsterdam, Lisbon. These are all pretty cheap flights where you can still get a flight to attend the event that starts on the 12th. To book it. What is just important is when you book a flight, of course, you can stay in Malaga for a night or even 2 or 3. It's an amazing town. But if you want to get on the same day to Tarifa, I would really recommend to catch an early flight and to get there before the afternoon, before around 3 o'clock, so that you could still take the bus or you can get the rental car. Rental cars at the moment are around 16 euros per day if you get it. For non-direct flights, you can even come from New York to Malaga for 223 euros, right? So can be pretty cheap, even if you are planning to attend from overseas. A little bit you need to know about Tarifa. Everything is super walkable. You can be anywhere in 10 minutes, but on there's like the hillside, which is a bit more higher up. The beach side is usually a little bit more expensive. Of course, the closer you are to the beach, the more pricey these apartments are. And then there's the Old Town. The Old Town is really beautiful. That's where most of the restaurants are. On the beach side, there are also about 8 beach bars, but keep in mind, everything is like 10 minutes walk. So we are like, it's almost like living on a cruise ship. And in the Old Town, what you need to know is if you have a rental car, I wouldn't recommend to stay in the Old Town. Otherwise, it's absolutely fine, because you can't really access the Old Town with your car. It's all like walkable with lots of beautiful shops. And yes, you will like this, no worries. So accommodation is actually also still affordable because we are going there in low season, right? I told you all the Spanish people come there on the weekends and it gets super expensive in the summertime, July, August. But if you come around April, there's still many great deals. And if you share it with a friend, right, you could get an Airbnb for around 600, 700 euros. So just make sure you book it now, secure this very soon. And then we have this partnership with Cocoterra, where we also host some of the events, and with Marina. And you can stay there as well. I will share. The deals start actually from 420 euros. I will share this on the next slide. And then you can also come with your van and camp, right? So the Cocoterra, which is a beautiful co-living space, they have put together a great package for you. After you buy the ticket, you can see this. You can see the all information about the Cocoterra, okay? And how you can get on board and book this. So 420 is for a shared room. But if you share with 2 people, you can even get it for 440. So there's some good deals for you. A little bit of things. It's not just Tarifa that is amazing, but it is also Andalusia. If you've never been in this area, this is now your perfect chance to do this. There's Seville, where a lot of the Game of Thrones movies were filmed. Beautiful old town that you shouldn't miss. There's also Granada, an incredible town up high in the mountains where you can even go skiing in the winter time. You could probably even go skiing around April when we get there. And there's Malaga, becoming much more popular with digital nomads and remote workers who are moving there. It's on the most southern tip of Spain, like also very south. So very nice weather all year round. And from Malaga, you can actually go skiing and go to the beach on the same day, right? So if you go to Granada and go back. So a lot of great things to look forward to. The earlier you buy your ticket, the cheaper it is. We are raising the ticket prices, and also it makes sense to get on board soon because you can join the online community. You can connect with everyone who's going. We have a Telegram chat that you are welcome to join, and then you can plan everything, get ready for the trip, right? So get your ticket, join the online community. You can get the ticket on nomadbase.com. Then you book your accommodation and flights. Maybe you find some people that you want to share it with. Everything is no problem. If you have any questions, you can just email us to hello@nomadbase.com, and we're happy to help you anytime. And then it would be amazing to see you very, very soon in Tarifa, Spain. Okay, so that's about it. Get your ticket on nomadbase.com. And now we're under 20 minutes, quite long, but I hope that this was like really informative, and it would be amazing to see you in Tarifa soon.